Hi, hello everyone. I'm going to go over the first assignment. For those of you who still need to turn in this assignment, I want you to watch this video and it'll go over all the answers, and then you are going to hit return. Up here it should say return for you. One thing I wanted to go over with these Google pages is you cannot mess it up. I make an original copy and then I make copies for all of you, and this is your copy. So don't feel like if you deleted something by accident or things moved around. I have originals of everything and I know exactly what it looks like, so don't feel like you ruined anything. Just put your answers in and I will find them. So again, you cannot mess this up, and this is your page to click into. So when you open up your assignment, this is your page. This is where all your answers are going to go. You're going to look for where it says you do. Every time you see you do, it'll usually be highlighted. That's your cue that it is your practice. Okay, let's go over the first assignment, and it is point, line, and plane. And in geometry, everything you're going to come into this year is going to start with these three original concepts: the point, the line, and the plane. From these three basic terms, all other terms in geometry can be defined. So you understand these basics, we build on from there. So we define a point as a location and no size. So what that means is, let's think of our GPS, and the point would be your phone. But it doesn't show up, it doesn't glow when you put in where you're looking for. A little pin does not come up above your phone. So this is all something that doesn't take up any space or size. So basically a satellite would ping your phone, it would show your location, and then you would tell Google Maps what other point you would want to get to. Once you have another point, we now have a line. Okay, so here we have a plane, which is a flat surface that extends without end. When we say flat, does not mean, again, that this could not have mountains and valleys and water and holes. This is a mappable surface. So anything that has two dimensions, we have a north and south, and up and down, and we have a right and left, and east and west. Okay, east and west. So here we have two directions, two dimensions, and that's how we're going to locate things in space, things on this plane. How we name a plane, we name it with 3 points on that plane, DEF or FED. You can do any combination. And then sometimes in the corner will be a letter. Most of the time these would be capital, cursive letters or capital. Okay, so here's an example. We live in a town, which would be the plane. Think of a plane as something that can show a map, something that can show direction. It has the points, the lines, all within it. Your house, again, your first floor of your house can be a plane, and you can map out your entire house or everything that's on that first plane. And then we can go into your room and further make another plane of your room. So we can get smaller, we can get bigger. Shows directions. So here we live in a town would be the plane. We live on a street would be that line in the plane, in that plane. And we live in a house would be the point on that line in the plane. So again, if I just said I lived on Main Street, where in Main Street? I need your address. I need the point on the street. And again, once I say that, something doesn't turn up on your house, big arrow, ding, 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 ding. Okay, instead, it is a location. Okay, so here's how we name them. And again, it goes over that we just say point A. This could just have a dot there. This is how you would name it. Again, we can say here line L, or we use the symbol for line, AB. It could also be BA. And here we need to have 3 points in a plane in order to name a plane. We can also name it this little letter in the corner, M, plane M. or plain ABC. This one also can go CBA, do any combo. Okay, here is your first you do on this page, and you're going to look for these highlighted you do, and you're going to click. You're going to watch this video. It's going to take you right to YouTube.
Hello! In this video, we're going to learn about different vocabulary words that are essential in geometry.
Okay, and you're going to watch this. It does exactly the questions as you see them underneath. So I want you to listen to that, and you're going to answer these questions. I want to go over the answers to these questions. I still want you to watch this. There's a lot of good information in it, and if you notice, I just have 5 minutes. I'm going to give you all directions on these pages, all links on these pages, these Google Docs. Again, if you ever need me and you're stuck, I can pop right on your Google Doc, and we can type together. I'll say hi. You can say hi. You can say I'm stuck here, and then I might point out things that you might not have seen on the page. I might give you hints, or we might just go and do the page together. So here, a point occupies no volume or space. Again, a icon does not pop up over the place that you want to go to. It doesn't have an arrow. Ding, ding, ding. So there isn't a physical thing that's going to pop up in the space that you need to get to. You're just saying, I need to go from here to here. Okay, a point is represented by a dot. And again, that dot looks like this. And a capital letter. A line can be defined by the 2 points. Again, if any 2 people hold a string in an open gymnasium, and also imagine a laser pointer. Imagine a laser pointer that can go through walls, a laser pointer, and it points to the other space that you want. So any 2 points, there's going to be a start and another point. Again, this line is going to continue past that, and that's where we get to line segment. A line segment is part of the line. But think of energy or heat waves, things like that are constantly going out, and we only get them in parts. But theoretically, a line goes on forever. Same with the plane. It continues forever. Again, that is a hard concept to understand. So again, I like to use the internet. We can put as much information as we want, and we're not going to get an end to the internet. Now, what our computers and our servers and what our memory of our computers can withstand or hold is limited, but the internet is not. We can put endless amounts of information on the internet, and it takes up no space. Once we try to get it into our computer, that's where we come into the problem of space. So, a plane is a 2-dimensional figure, and it has a length up and down, and a width, which is left and right. And here it is, the coordinate plane. These are the lines we're talking about, the x-axis and the y-axis. The x-axis is right and left, and the y-axis is up and down, or north and south. Okay, this coordinate plane is where all of our geometry is going to take place. Okay, so we want to get used to it. We're going to see it. And here again is a you do. This would be the second place that you start to do your work. And I'm asking you here to finish the coordinate. So you're going to tell me the coordinate for B, C, and D. I gave you A. And let's check A. Always check if I gave you the right answers. And please, I'll give you extra points if I didn't. I will never be offended. And I would love if you found a mistake I made. Let me move that out of the way. Again, these pages sometimes move as you go along, but you cannot mess them up. And if ever there's a problem, you can just hit this back button. So you have all the functions of a word processing. And then we also can interact. So there's a lot we can do on here. So let's look at B. Again, we always start with the XY. Slide to the left. Again, left is this way, and we're going down that negative zone. Slide to the right. So we're sliding over, then up and down. So we want you to kind of get into that motion. Over, then up and down. The x-axis is always first, so we're going to go over to B, and that's -2. Do not try to keep them in your head. Just put it as you get. So we went over, and now we're going down. So we go over to -2, down, -2. And that one is coordinates -2, -2. And notice it is in the negative zone. Each one of the quadrants have a zone, if you notice. Up here would be positive. You have the positive y and the positive x. Most of what we work with in real life is here, your directions. Over here, we have a -x and a positive y. Down in this corner is the negative zone. So anything in this zone, your brain should go, oh, negative. If you find you're getting a positive answer here, you want to check again. Because if it's in the zone, it has a -x and a -y. And then we get to this last zone, which is the x would have a positive amount and the y would have a negative amount. Okay, so C is up here in the positive zone. I have 2. I'm going to go over 2 and then up to 4. And last but not least, we have D. We go over to -2 and up 2. Ow. All right, coming down here, the last thing. This is where I'm going to ask you to attach a picture. And I want you to read through here. Here is your you do. Look for your you do's. That means that's where you work. So here you're going to type in Google geometry and nature. So you're going to come over here and you're going to copy. And then you're going to go over to Google and you're going to paste. And you're going to hit images, and you're going to see all these beautiful images of geometry in nature. Because once you see it, it is everywhere. You'll see that there is patterns to how things grow. There are patterns to flowers. There are patterns to shells, webs. So basically, geometry is everywhere around us. It's one of those subjects that we should have some basic understanding because we already have a basic understanding. Now we just have to take that basic understanding and now put it into that geometry language, which is the hardest part, is to understand what the symbols mean and all the words and our vocabulary. So again, I would take a picture. I'm going to copy and paste. Let's take this nice kale. I'm going to copy image, and then I'm going to paste it. And you would be done. Okay, again, there's a quick way to do that where you hit Control-C. If you like shortcuts, you would hit Control-C. And then down here, anywhere on an empty space, you can hit Control-V. And I just cut and paste with shortcuts. So if you ever want any shortcuts, let me know. I'm not an expert, but there's a lot that you can do to play with. And that's it. So you would then return it. You would hit your return button. It comes to me, and then I grade it, and I give it back to you. And you are done. But thank you. Most people turned it in, actually almost everyone, and I love that. It's been great. You guys are great, and thank you. Bye.